Not sure whether to join Sky or Vodafone Broadband? Today, we've compared these two broadband providers to see which is best based on their download and upload speeds, value for money, customer service, Wi-Fi routers, and more. But before we begin, make sure to click the links in the description to the Sky and Vodafone Broadband coverage checkers and put in your postcode to see what deals they each offer at your address when you're watching this, and to compare their prices on plans with similar download speeds. Sky has been offering broadband in the UK for quite a bit longer than Vodafone, and this is reflected in the packages they each offer. With Sky, they don't currently offer the fastest speeds on the market, but they have a good range of inclusive landline minutes bundles if you use your home phone a lot, and if you want broadband and cable TV, Sky is one of the best options on the market. You can get a set-top box with Sky Q, and for a cheaper price, you can also just stream TV shows, including on other devices, if you'd prefer. Similar to with Sky, all Vodafone broadband plans come with a landline connection free of charge. This is actually quite good to see, because with a lot of other providers, you have to pay extra these days just to get a home phone service included. The difference is, with Vodafone, they offer faster maximum speeds, and rather than having cable TV, they include Apple TV with their extra bundle, as well as anytime calls to UK landlines and mobiles. Instead of having multiple different inclusive minutes bundles you can choose to include. It's also worth mentioning, both Vodafone and Sky have two different routers you can choose from, but we'll discuss these routers later on in the video. So essentially, to summarize the two providers, in terms of their basic offerings, Vodafone is a bit more modern because they offer faster speeds, but Sky has a better range of different services you can include, especially if you want cable TV. So as we mentioned, Vodafone offers faster maximum speeds than Sky, but when comparing these two providers, based on their download and upload speeds, that's not the whole story. The first thing worth knowing is, at the moment at least, Vodafone doesn't have a 300 megabit plan in most areas, unlike Sky with their full fibre 300 tariff. So if 150 megabits isn't quite enough, you'll have to jump to 500 with Vodafone and pay a fair bit more for it. The second thing worth knowing is these two providers have completely different minimum speed guarantees. Essentially, a minimum speed guarantee is a certain download speed that your connection can't drop below for too long, or you'll be able to leave the contract without paying an exit fee. With Vodafone, the minimum speed guarantee is currently half the download speed, so 250 megabit, on their 500 megabit plan, for example. But with Sky, the minimum speed guarantee is normally about 2/3 the download speed or higher. For example, it's 400 megabit on their 500 megabit plan at the moment. So if you ever have any issues with your speeds, Sky is more readily going to step in to help fix the issue. And it's also worth knowing, Vodafone is currently able to supply city fibre broadband, meaning in certain areas, they can offer speeds up to 1.8 gigabits per second instead of the 1.6 gigabits in most of the UK at OpenReach addresses. But what's interesting is, these sorts of speeds should be coming to Sky Broadband soon, because they've also just entered into a commercial agreement with City Fibre, so you should see similar sorts of speeds coming to Sky in the near future. Make sure to click the links in the description to the Sky and Vodafone coverage checkers and put in your postcode here to see what speeds you can get with each provider at your address when you're watching this. By default, when you buy Sky Broadband, you'll get their Broadband Hub router, which is this black one you see here. But as you go through the checkout process, they'll give you the option to upgrade to their Max Hub instead for an extra monthly cost. And Vodafone does essentially the same thing. By default, you get their Power Hub router, and on their Pro 2 plans, you get the Ultra Hub instead, including a Wi-Fi signal booster, although this is normally about £10 a month more expensive, which is quite a lot. From a customization and settings point of view, all four of these routers perform pretty well. They're not extremely locked down, like most BT and EE routers are, for example, meaning you can do things like set up custom DNS, which is good. But when it comes to Wi-Fi, if we had to rank them, the best router here would be the Ultra Hub, because it comes with Wi-Fi 6E, which from our testing resulted in really fast download speeds, even at long range from the router. Then second best would be the Max Hub, which comes with Wi-Fi 6 and performs well from our testing, even in a 4-bedroom, 2-story house. Then in third would be the Power Hub, which also comes with Wi-Fi 6 and good signal strength from our testing. And finally, in last place, is the Sky Broadband Hub, because it only comes with Wi-Fi 5, which is quite an outdated Wi-Fi standard in this day and age. So to summarise, Vodafone's routers are a bit better than Sky's at the moment when you compare each provider's cheapest router and their most expensive one. The Sky Max Hub performs well, but their regular broadband hub isn't the best. It is worth mentioning though, Vodafone's Pro 2 broadband deals with the Ultra Hub are quite expensive compared to the extra cost Sky is charging for their Max Hub router. So, given what you get with each provider's broadband deals, which offers the best value for money at the moment? To find out, let's compare their pricing when we're recording this. 150 megabits per second is £25 a month with Sky, and the exact same cost with Vodafone on the same 24-month contract. 500 megabits is £32 a month with Sky, but just $30 with Vodafone on their cheapest plan, and Sky's 900 megabit deal is £43 a month. Meanwhile, Vodafone has a special offer on at the moment, making their 900 megabit deal £13 a month cheaper than what Sky is currently offering. But that's not all. Each Sky Broadband deal comes with a £5 upfront fee, while Vodafone's plans have zero setup costs, and they even offer an extra discount if you're a Vodafone pay monthly mobile customer. Even though Sky also offers mobile and SIM-only deals, they don't have similar discounts on offer at the moment. So in general, Vodafone tends to offer better value for money than Sky Broadband at the moment, but this can vary over time, so make sure to click the links in the description to the Sky Broadband and Vodafone Broadband websites to see what deals they're each offering when you're watching this. The one area Sky consistently outperforms Vodafone is customer service. This is a report from Ofcom looking at numbers of customer complaints for each of the major broadband providers in the UK relative to the number of customers they each have. And as you can see from the data, Sky has the lowest number of customer complaints of any major provider at the moment. By comparison, Vodafone performs okay, they're in the top half, but they still have more than double the number of complaints that Vodafone has at the moment. And to look at their longer term performance, since you'll be locking in for 2 years with each provider, we can also track their complaint numbers over time. If we deselect all the other providers and just focus on fixed line broadband, Sky at the bottom here has always had lower numbers of complaints compared to Vodafone ever since Vodafone Broadband became big enough to be included in these Ofcom reports. So even though Vodafone might be cheaper than Sky, a lot of the time, Sky's broadband deals might be worth paying more for if you want the best possible customer service. Whether you should choose Vodafone or Sky Broadband depends a bit on what you're looking for. Vodafone is often a better choice if you want to save as much money as possible, or you want really fast download and upload speeds. On the other hand, Sky might be a better choice if you want a broadband and TV deal with cable TV channels, or you don't mind paying a bit more for the best possible customer service. Remember, click the links in the description to the Sky Broadband and Vodafone Broadband coverage checkers, and put in your postcode to see what speeds and prices they're both offering at your address when you're watching this. And if you have any questions about the differences between Sky and Vodafone Broadband, or about choosing a broadband provider more broadly, leave us a comment below and we'll help out as soon as we can.